In my recent review of the Huepar laser level, I described it as one of those things of should I get one, shouldn't I get one? And since I've had one, really, I can't live without it in the workshop. Well, Huepar have only gone and done it again. This time with this thing here. Well, hello again and welcome back to my channel, and this short, almost bonus video really, it's very rare that I put 2 videos out in a week, little bit of an introduction and a demonstration of the Huepar LM120A laser distance measure. Now, best get the transparency bit out of the way first. My Huepar laser level and stand, which I've got a review on my channel, all bought and paid for with my own money, but this has been supplied to me by Huepar for the purposes of review. I'm not being paid or endorsed to do it in any way, shape or form, but I do have an affiliated link in the description, so if you're interested in buying any Huepar products and you'd like to support the channel, then click on that link. It's called Share a Sale, I think, and it takes you to their website, and I will gain, or should I say the channel will gain a small commission from it, and that's on any Huepar product. Now, I think it's timely that I do this one as well, because people might be thinking about the C word at this point in time, and also I know there's some of those Black Friday thingies, discounts on their website as well, so maybe you want to check it out. I don't know, entirely up to you. This is one of them things, again, like I just said in a little introduction there, about well, never really considered buying one before, but now I've got one. It is so handy for me. If you've just joined the channel for the first time, and welcome to you if you have. I'm not going to give you the old backstory, but I only work with one arm, okay? So things like measuring can be a bit of a challenge at some point, and I've done a video a while back about some of the different tape measures I use to try and compensate for that. But since getting my hands on this, yeah, life has become quite a bit easier, really. You only associate it with the bigger things, some of the features that it might have, but actually I'm starting to find some real day-to-day uses with it, and maybe I can talk you through it and demonstrate 1 or 2 bits and pieces. Well, let's cut into the actual thingy itself, show you what it does, and give you a few examples of how I use it. Okay, when you switch the device on, if you push that button on the bottom left, it allows you to measure from either the front, the middle or the back of the device. And if you press and hold that, it allows you to switch between meters and feet and inches. I'm not 100% sure why you'd want to measure from the middle of it, but it does have like a little sort of threaded insert at the back though, and I think you can mount that onto a stand, so maybe it's for that. This feature here allows you to put into its memory when you're measuring either a 2D box or a 3D box. It's not something I've used myself, but it's there if you want to use it. In reality, what do I use it for mainly? I use it at the back of the device and measuring either distances, and also started to do it on shorter distances as well. In recent videos, you'd have seen me using it, and I'm just going to cut to the footage where I'm using it actually for the guttering outside, because that was really clever. Just had a moment of clarity here. Been faffing around for ages off camera with a tape measure from that joint to this end one here, thinking how am I going to measure for where I'm going to cut. And then I was talking about this before, wasn't I? So I'm going to test this out and see if I can get it right. So I put a block of wood where the guttering needs to end. I'm going to go down to the joint, scan it and see if I can get a measurement. So see if it works. Well, I've done 2 measurements to see, if there's any discrepancy, but I don't know if you can see that. 3.514 meters. That seems a lot of faff with the tape measure. Thank you, Huepar. Very kind of you. Yeah, so if you're up a ladder and you're one arm in it and you're trying to get a relatively accurate measurement to cut some guttering, this came in really handy. Now also, I used it recently when I was measuring the square meterage or the square footage of the inside of my workshop when I was talking about the electrics, if you want to check that video out, about how many panel lights might you need. But for something like that, say for example your lounge or a room in the house, it's really quick. Just put it on one wall, click it, put it on another wall, click it, and then you've got your 2 measurements there, and you just times that by the 2, and it'll give you square footage or your square meterage. Really handy if you're measuring up for carpets or paint or something along those lines. Now, I'm going to cut to over here, so I'm just going to have to move the camera for you, just to show you how accurate this actually is and comes in really handy for smaller measurements. Right, I'm currently in the middle of making a mould for the largest resin project I've ever taken on, and I know the internal measurement between that wall there and this one here is approximately, it's not totally level, it's approximately 205.6, 205.7 centimetres. How do I know that? Well, I took a measure off camera, I measured it, and I'm saying off camera because it took me ages, all right? Internal measurements, particularly when you're one arm, and an absolute pain in the backside. Anyway, I'm going to take this as a little demonstration and let's see how accurate it is or how inaccurate my measuring is. Okay, 3 measurements in about, what, 10 seconds or something, so, oh, there you go. All right. Now, for someone like myself, as a time-saving device, this is absolute gold to me. But it really is handy, probably for a lot of folk out there, so that's just a little example. I think sometimes with lasers, and I touched upon this, it got touched upon in the comments of me recent one, might be in the guttering video, I think, is people don't trust the accuracy of them. They go, you know, like they've got their trusted tape measure, and fair dues, but if it doesn't have to be deadly accurate to within whatever 1/10 of a millimetre, and you just need to get a measure, that's pretty quick, that, isn't it? And it's accurate as well. Now, the next thing I've got to do, now this is going to be in action, this, I haven't done this yet, is I'm currently also in the process of fitting a wireless security camera outside up on the back of the house, which is going to be a video for next week, I think, actually. And it says in the bump in the booklet that for its optimum capability, shall we say, it needs to be between 8 and 10 meters from its intended target. I don't know if target's the word, and it needs to be between 2 and 3 meters up. Now, that's, I mean, that for me, using a measure is impossible. So I've got me little Aldi scaffold sort of thing, so I'm going to set that up outside, and I'm going to see if I can mark the place, the correct spot, using this thing. So let's give it a go and see what happens. .5, bit higher. 2.8 will do. Right, approximate one from here. Where's the light? Where are you? There you are. .4. Done. Yeah, and that's about it for this one, folks. It's a cracking little piece of kit, this, and it's a huge time-saving device for myself. Now, in a recent video I released about my Aldi Ferex tools, to open up a bit of a discussion there, but you will know if you follow the channel for a while, I'm a big fan of budget tools, and I have been fortunate recently in a position to be able to upgrade some of them, and one of the 2 criteria I have for upgrading is a time-saving capacity. So it makes someone with a disability like myself being able to keep up a little bit more, not much, but a little bit more with maybe some of the able-bodied folk. Now, this really does do this for me. I'd use it in a variety of devices, and I think it will come in handy, you know, for any maker or woodworker, or certainly someone who might be building something like a workshop. This would save a huge amount of time. So yeah, just to quick reminder, in terms of price, I think it's in and around about £36, £37. And a little reminder as well about the affiliated link down in the description, that if you click on that and it takes you to Huepar's website, one thing I have noticed is it's in dollars, and you try to change it to GBP, Great British Pounds, and it doesn't always do that. So, but if you see the price in dollars, don't worry. It does, it delivers to the UK, and it does worldwide shipping as well. So check them out. And if you do decide to purchase through that link, then a small commission does go to the channel and helps me support me in my little making adventures, shall we say. Okay, well, thanks for watching, everyone. Take care, look after yourselves, and I'll see you soon. Thank you.